And here we go, game 2 of the series. It is going to be Nobody You Know playing as humans versus Krux playing as Beta. We have, of course, the map is Coastlands, and again, Nobody You Know is going with this refinery on the aggressive expansion location instead of on the spawn. And I guess the rationale is that he wants to be able to build that with his scout while he has vision, and then you can throw up a second refinery without having vision. That's not actually necessary though, since you can place the extractor before your refinery even completes. So you could do the same thing with the second refinery. I don't know, I really don't understand the rationale, to be honest, and Krux is going to scout this right now and probably be able to punish his opponent again. And last game we saw Krux punishing harvesters pretty much the entire game. He was just taking out harvesters all over the map because Nobody You Know couldn't seem to, first of all, even manage to get a safe line for his harvesters. Their pathing was blocked by his own turrets, and they were taking a dangerous path just to get to extractors, even in his natural expansion. And second of all, he was trying to sneak expansions all over the map, and Krux just wasn't having any of it. He was all over the map as well, and easily scouted those extractors and took them out. And even the stealth harvester upgrade came far too late. So looks like the harvester harassment is about to begin already. A stalker has been produced first, and it's going to be more than enough to chase away the initial scouting trident. And after the stalker, he's going to start making commandos and rally them up here towards his opponent's base. The second refinery did not complete. He canceled it and is now going into a 3-factory all-in, I think? Okay. A 3-factory all-in with a refinery whose extractor is already being harassed by one stalker and a commando. I think the game just ended. I mean, Krux obviously thinks there's a second refinery over there making money, but there's not. He's probably going to be surprised by the initial burst of units, because he has banked a little bit of resources just from canceling the refinery, but I think he's going to run out very soon. Probably after this wave. But the game's not over. I misspoke. I spoke too soon. I definitely spoke too soon. He banked enough to get out quite a few tier 1 units, and that should be enough to force Krux away. And Krux is actually not being aggressive. He has instead gone with 3 refineries here. So I don't know. I guess I'm not really sure what's going to happen. The harvesters are no longer being harassed, but a 3-factory all-in. Okay, no, not all-in. He's going into a second refinery now. I mean, 3 factories just doesn't even really make sense to do early as a human, because you can't keep up with 1 refinery. A 2-factory all-in, maybe. 3 factories is just inefficient. But a 3rd refinery is about to complete here in Crux's base, and once it does, if he can defend against what's coming, he should be fine. Especially since his opponent is building this second refinery now, which is effectively completely halting unit production from his factories. It means that it's going to be up to this small force of tier 1 units to inflict massive damage in Crux's base, which they might, because it's pretty much completely undefended right now since he went with 3 refineries. But now that they've completed, he will be able to ramp up production very fast. They do manage to get to his base before any walls can complete, and he's got 3 commandos. But a lot of economic harassment is happening here now. His harvester's getting taken out left and right. He thought he was up against double refinery, and he just wasn't. He probably has no idea how this is even possible. Making it a pretty brilliant fake by Nobody You Know. I almost feel like an idiot now for calling the game so early. Now I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm tempted to call it again, but I also feel that Krux could probably turn this around. It's definitely not over yet. It's definitely not over. But this harvester harassment is a serious problem. Krux needs to start massing troops and deal with it as soon as he can. The second refinery here did complete, so we're going... He hasn't started producing any more units or buildings, though. He's too busy microwaving this, I guess. Not that that's not a worthy use of his time, but he should... Yeah, there they go. Starts production up once again in his base, and Krux has massed enough troops, and he will be able to get this harassment out of his base. The fact that he went with a second refinery instead of all-inning Tier 1 units is probably the reason this game is still continuing. In fact, that's probably true for both of them. Both of them could have gone all-in at a certain point of this game and probably won, but both of them decided to not do that and instead expand their economy. Krux went with 3 refineries when he probably had his opponent completely pinned because of this weird extractor placement. And his opponent went with a second refinery when he probably could have put Krux in an extremely bad position because of his 3 refinery purchase. So, weird game. Lots of mind games here. Lots of mind games. Few Tier 1 units from NobodyYouKnow get taken out by Krux's quickly massing troops. The fact that he went 3 refineries before getting any production is definitely becoming apparent as the production is starting to get pretty crazy. We're still on only... Wow, look at how many buildings he's making simultaneously on only 2 refineries and making units. That is way too much stuff. It's going to take forever to complete any of this on 2 refineries. He should probably... And some conduits. Should probably let a few things complete. Maybe he's got some of these paused, I don't know. And more of his Tier 1 units are just being fed into the meat grinder down here. Okay. And meanwhile, Krux is reaping the benefits of his 3 refineries, throwing up a ton of production everywhere. Even Krux is honestly probably building too much simultaneously, but at the same time, sometimes it's good to send your economy pretty negative. If you have more important things to be worrying about on the front line, microing your battles, you can kind of let macro take a back seat while you manage engagements and make sure that you're not just throwing units away. Krux is going to take up a pretty offensive position in this forest, but a howitzer is in progress here. Once that completes, he should be able to clear out those commandos as long as he is careful. Nice harassment over here by Krux, though. I didn't even notice this happening. That extractor got taken out, which means that his opponent is now on only 1 refinery, which is extremely bad. Krux getting very aggressive now. The anti-heavy sentinel is just shooting at a wall, and commandos have moved in to engage these forces, which are going to have a lot of trouble massing on only 1 refinery. Krux is going to lose the engagement, but every trident that goes down is just a devastating blow. A devastating blow! Begone, fiend! None of you know what I'm talking about because there's 100 viewers and only 13 of you actually watch me play Darkest Dungeon. But that's okay. Trident's making their way over here to try and deal with these walls. And more of Krux's forces are moving up to harass, and again, NobodyYouKnow is on only 1 refinery. His howitzer's done, though. As soon as Krux sees it, he immediately disengages. He's like, ugh, a howitzer. That ruins all my plans. Fortunately, he has a Nimbus. It's already done, in fact. Anti-heavy sentinel's about to complete here. But honestly, like, this game's so over. It's pretty much just over. I don't really know what nobody you know could possibly do in this situation. This is one of the things I actually like about Company of Heroes, is that the game is really not over until it's completely over. But I'm pretty sure that absolutely no matter what happens this game, Krux has won. Like, even if Krux went AFK for like 6 minutes, I'm pretty sure he would still win at this point. Refinery completed. That's going to be Crux's 4th refinery. He actually operated on, oh no, 5th. Okay. I was about to say he operated on 3 for an unusually long time before expanding again, but I was wrong. He's actually had a 4th one here for a little while, I guess. So that's his 5th refinery just completed there. He's getting a 6th one now, actually ramping up his economy rather than just ramping up the aggression and charging his opponent. I mean, his opponent is on 1 refinery right now. This isn't that hard to crack. He could easily just overwhelm this position. Just make units, just make stuff, and just go kill him. He's only got 1 anti-heavy sentinel. Okay, he's got 2. But he's on 1 refinery. If you can't take out an opponent that's on 1 refinery 12 minutes into the game, you probably need to rethink your tactics a little bit. Not that I am recommending against playing particularly safe in a tournament with a $100 prize, which this tournament has. Oh god. These Nemesis could kill this like everything here. Or they could just do nothing, I guess. Have they already dropped their bombs? Maybe they totally missed. I don't know. I can't tell what's happening. I wish I could see their ammo. Okay, now they drop some. Take out a pretty decent chunk of tridents there. Here's a huge force moving in as well. And another force moving in from the left. Looks like this could be the game. Taking out everything that remains. Anti-heavy sentinel's about to go down. All the tridents have been cleaned up. The AA sentinel's dead. And there it is. GG, well played. Kills a howitzer for good measure. There we go. That's it.